Okay, so I'm back for a minute. I am gonna do a little freestyle video here where I just talk about a few things. Okay, so all of you know me for more than 5 minutes that Patty Ann was well, we were engaged, and she was coming to where I lived to give me cigarettes, and because I had run out or was about to run out, and she said she would drop some off, so she came. And on her way, she was on a bicycle and she got hit by a car. And these people tell me to let go, tell me to move on. They don't comprehend, and they never could. Mostly because they don't want to, but this is the deepest kind of pain. I'm ill, infested with a snake-like creature that's documented on tape, so no need to call me crazy. I was 28 years old when I had my first heart attack. Then I proceeded to have another one, and then a mini stroke, and that's part of why my face is like it is. Anyways, they tried to infect me, tried to put me in this, tried to essentially, soul scout me, and I stupidly, I didn't realize the reality of the evil in this world, and if God's up there, then I'm forgiven. Unfortunately, it doesn't lessen my pain sometimes, and it's taken me over a year to realize something. Regardless of what Patty's sister and mother say, her accident was neither an accident nor was it my fault. It was terrible and it was needless, but she wasn't supposed to I don't know, maybe she wasn't supposed to love me, and she did anyway. I've never had a problem more than you would expect in not talking to her, if that's what she told me. I've only heard it through people that I don't 100% trust. They don't allow her to speak for herself, and they're committing a crime by doing that. And I may seem all broken and passive and, oh, I miss her, but you have no idea who you're dealing with. I just mean I would never hurt anyone that was not actually attacking me, so this is not a threat, but I promise, if anything happens, I know who to blame, and it's not just who you think. I'm awakened, I'm becoming very aware, I'm alive, and there's nothing that just because I don't say much doesn't mean I'm not doing much. God will have it take vengeance his way. That's all I'm saying. And anyway, so I miss her, and that's just the way it is. Because she hasn't talked to me in a year. And the Patty that I remember, that's just not possible without some sort of outside influence. I had a dream one time she showed up here and tried to shoot me in the head, like she had no idea who she really was. It was so bizarre. And I'm not an ass, so I'm not a stalker. If she wants me to go, I'll go, but I deserve to hear it from her. I deserve that. And I hope she breaks free and speaks to me, breaks free from their brainwashing and their control. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm having a difficult time here for a second. I'm trying to find something. People are very blind, and it makes me angry only because I've met a lot of sleeping sheeple, and they don't want to be woken up. That's the part that I don't understand. Those of us who happen to be gifted and awake all our lives, the vaccinations, I guess, didn't put us to sleep, and that's a big no-no. And by gifted, I'm not saying, oh, I see you're crying and my chakra is telling me you're upset. No, I'm talking about lay your hands on people, they're healed. Get angry, both, I don't know. And, just be careful of the people that you allow in your life. I found out the hard way that sometimes people aren't who they say they are, even the ones that you love the most. And that's just the way it is. Okay, so, let me get back to Morgellons for a minute. I just want to say a couple of things. First of all, this is how it started for me. The first thing I had fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue. They diagnosed me with all of that. And I was taking Neurontin, which has terrible side effects. But anyway, the first thing I ever felt with this was like something flew it right into my mouth, like a stone or a bug or something, but it had weight to it. And I took a sharp breath in, and that's when it went in. And that night, it felt like something slimy and gross, like a spider or a snail, was crawling up my throat and gagging me. And Patty was there, Lorraine was there, and I drank boiling hot tea because I was so scared. And it popped, whatever it was, and this yellow goo shit came out of my mouth. And from that point on, I was convinced I had worms. I saw weird things. It was terrible. And then one night something came up my neck and started strangling me. My Patty was there, Lorraine was there again when this happened. And whatever this is doesn't like the light. And when I turned the lights off, it would hurt me. Like, crawl and everything. And there was mold in the basement where I was living. It was very, very moldy, and God knows what else, but there was bugs down there. I mean, this was 2 years ago, but it was not a sanitary place. Anyway, I had 2 patches of skin inside my mouth that were like circles, and that's where it popped from. And it seems like this thing has been moving further up to my cheekbone instead of down by the jawbone where it started, although it bored in right here. I can feel it. And, if you don't know better, you'll think that the thing's eating your brain. It just went right by your ears, and it made a sound, and it hurt a lot, and it went on your bone. And I have a deviated septum, as you can see here, and I also got popped in the nose a couple times. So I don't feel like I'm breathing down the right tubing in my body. I actually gagged myself one time, and it felt like a candle wick in the back of my throat. And it's like they fool you into thinking what you're looking at is where it's supposed to be, and it's not. And I don't know how long I'm going to be alive yet. If I can help at least one person to know they're not alone, then this was all worth it. Jesus is real. I'm a Christian, if you care to know. Everything is about choices. I had Graves' disease, and I've had my thyroid removed. My throat has been like thinned or cut. I don't know how to explain it. When I swallow, I have felt it in the back of my head go up instead of down. The natural doctor I went to looked me right in the face and said, somebody was poisoning you. Well, that was like a slap in the face, but doesn't surprise me considering where I was. But I would get this feeling all over the place, like needle pricks, like prick mark. It makes you jump, and felt like there were spider webs everywhere, and there's nothing there. Hear weird noises in your ears, beeping and such. I actually had something attached right here, and when it bit down on the bone, my chest actually started bleeding, and it was terrible. I had actually felt these things come up into my jaw and bore into right here. I have videos and pictures of these things. People keep telling me I shouldn't tell people what's happening, and just let them think that they have worms. But I don't know how to do that. I don't think God would let me go through everything I've been through. I am one of those people who believe in gang stalking because it happened to me. And I'm just going to put that out there. I don't know if my channel will get taken down or suspended, whatever. But I'm awake and alive and sick as a dog, struck down but not destroyed. And I'm not arrogant about it. I can't fight this alone. I feel very inadequate. I don't know what God wants me to do, but I'm trying to prepare myself now so that when he calls, I'll be ready to go to battle, because he's already won the war. But we still have to go through this training ground. And Jesus has a plan for me to help people. I always knew that. They go after those with the gifts. Some call it magic, others, many other names. I'm no magician. I was born with my abilities. I stopped using them altogether after I became, sick. I was able to touch someone and tell them things about themselves I never knew. I didn't always have to touch them, but it helps. I saw angels when I was a child, but I also saw ghosts and demons, and I let that part overcome the gift of sight, so I no longer see the angels, and that sucks. But I can feel them. And my point is I let the devil use them for evil, and I started casting spells, doing witchcraft. I could even make a thunderstorm if I wanted to. I didn't mean to. I wanted to cause light and love, but I brought darkness to lives, I'm sure, and I'm so sorry. My heart only ever wanted to be loved and to love. And I'm not going to be turned into some cyborg. I don't care what happens. I will not. There's a lot that I want to say, like I said, but I'm not going to do it here and now. But I really, really, really want to talk to Patty, because I'm telling you, what happened was illegal, what happened was wrong, and flat out bullshit. And I mean, I got completely struck down by all of this. I am broke. I can't work because I'm sick, and I was given a car, but it needs 2 back tires. I can't afford that, and frankly, I just don't know. I know God will provide for me financially, but I don't know how at this point. He uses people to do it. I know that. He uses his children to help others. But anyway, I've made this video long enough now. There's a lot that I want to say, but I'm not going to right now. Love you guys, and I really hope you have a good night. Peace.